not putting a table here.
AI is like that movie poster from 2022. Seems like it's in everything, it's everywhere, and it's happening all at once. The internet is flooded with AI tools to make work easier, but I'm sure you've been seeing a lot of pushback out there about bringing AI to work, to school, into art and music. People are worried about their job security, and rightfully so in some respects, and because of that outwards pressure, you may be avoiding AI altogether, which is a huge mistake. So this week, I'd like to show you some ways that you can start using AI in your home that don't have a thing to do with work or being productive. Let's go. Does your morning wake-up routine look like this? Okay, maybe not that dramatic, but you get the point. You know people don't get up at the first alarm because they're overly tired. That's obvious. But did you know that if you're feeling too sleepy to get up, it might be because you're not being woken up at the ideal time for you? Now, what am I talking about? So you don't just sleep in a solid block the whole night through. That would be amazing. Instead, your sleep actually runs in cycles that restart every 80 to 100 minutes. These cycles have two phases: deep sleep, or REM, and light sleep, or non-REM sleep. You start in a purgatory between sleep and non-sleep, move into non-REM, and then fall into REM, or the deepest sleep, later in the night. So what's happening is, your alarm is probably trying to wake you up somewhere in your REM sleep cycle. This is like being pulled topside from the depths of the ocean during golden hour. Instead, let's aim to slowly surface, the way divers are trained to do. There's an AI app called Sleep Cycle, and it's designed to wake you up gradually during the lightest point of your sleep. Now don't worry, it won't make you late to work. It will always get you up by your alarm time. AI reads your sleep and uses gentle taps and buzzes to get you up. This is effective because it's not trying to whisper you awake during your heaviest sleep. But waking up isn't this AI app's only function either. Sleep Cycle also features their sleep aid function, which helps you fall asleep with soothing sounds, ambience, and guided meditations if that's your thing. In the Sleep Journal and Statistics tab, you can learn about your sleep quality, how long you stayed under for, and even get feedback on how your daytime activities have affected your sleep. You can enable sleep tracking and snoring to monitor all those fun noises we make while sleeping. Now, I don't know why you'd want to play back your night farts, snores, and sleep talk, but you can. And they even offer sleep coaching with their sleep programs, where you can set goals and establish sleep routines. You can try Sleep Cycle for free for 7 days, and then it's only $40 a year after the trial. So if you want to let AI into your bedroom, you could be waking up with less fuss, feeling more rested, and ready to take on the day. Has this ever happened to you? A beautiful day, so it seemed. I mean, it's not like you didn't check the weather app before leaving the house, but sometimes what you see and what you feel weather-wise are vastly different. And cold to me could be toasty to you. Brella is a weather app using AI to give you weather predictions you can depend on. From the second I opened this app, I was stoked. The UI is seriously the best I've experienced. I know it sounds like I'm fangirling here, and I kinda am, but check this out. The colors you see when you open the app represent the temperature outside. It's so simple and intuitive. The AI gives you weather like it knows you, and you can wake up to a weather notification with outfit suggestions. So dope. You'll set a personal temperature range to make sure the AI knows what cold feels like to you, so it won't have you out there in a windbreaker when you need a parka. You can also further customize with cosmetic stuff, like changing the app icon for those of you who like to theme out your devices. I envy you and I respect you. You can add shortcuts to your Siri devices, and you can even change the voice of the AI during setup. So if you don't enjoy cheeky tones first thing in the morning, you can switch it to strictly business. There's even advanced settings for Karens and other real meteorologists. Their words, not mine. Before we move on, nothing in this video is sponsored, but I will include links to everything we talk about so that you can check out these apps and tools for yourself. How are you podcasting currently? I was between Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but I still felt something was lacking, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Between the suggested content not really hitting, the endless choices of podcasts to browse and sort, sometimes you just don't feel like dealing with a podcast. Or do you ever find yourself avoiding an episode entirely because you want to be able to take notes, but you're in the shower or driving? If any of these situations are sounding familiar to you, you're going to love Snipd. You can tell it what you're into, add a few podcasts you already love, and Snipd uses AI to take the guesswork out of finding great podcasts and so much more. Beyond hand-delivered suggestions, Snipd also uses AI to summarize main points and key takeaways. I spend most of my time in Snipd cruising the For You tab, where I'm checking out highlights and discovering new podcasts based on my interest and other users' snips. While listening to a podcast, AI will follow along with a generated transcript. To take a snip, is that what they're calling it? A snip? Anyway, to take a note or highlight a section, you just tap your headphones, or if you're listening out loud, tap the rolling transcript on your phone. And just like that, AI will create a snip. These snips will show up for you in your Snips tab. Like any solid app worth its salt, it does come with a home screen widget. And although the free version does limit how many podcasts you get to process per week, the fact that you get any access at all to all these AI features for free is pretty cool. If you have plants in your home and you're not a botanist, you may have some trouble keeping them looking healthy. I mean, how much water is too much? How dry is dry? Why the hell are these leaves turning yellow? And how much light is this thing actually getting? You could use Google Lens to scan your plants, but Google Lens is really designed to gather information for you to then sort through, not hand deliver it. Instead of messing with those search results, let me show you picture this. You start by taking a picture and AI jumps in to identify your plant. Within seconds, the AI plant doctor is telling you what's up with your plant, or in my case, this super sketchy looking half-naked tree. It will also show you how much light your plant is getting so you can move it somewhere in the house that's better for it. Now, this kind of felt like a high-stakes game of negotiations, I'm not gonna lie, and if you're feeling proactive, you can check out their guides on plant care. I couldn't help but try to trick the AI because, well, I'm human. So I fed picture this a fake tree in the darkest room of the house just to see if it would tell me to keep up the great work, and it did. No notes for my fake bamboo tree. You can try it for free for 7 days, and then it's $30 a year. Not bad. Last week I showed you how to use voice commands to run your kitchen more efficiently. This week we're gonna let AI take the wheel. I have to disclaim that I do not own this product currently. If the channel takes off, maybe I'll pick one up and review it full stop for you guys. But for now, I'm gonna show you what it can do and then give you a few AI kitchen alternatives in case you don't feel like spending another $100 like me. FridgeCam is a shopping list tool that scans your fridge with a camera that you leave on your door. The FridgeCam adds ingredients you're running low on to your list, and if you have Amazon Fresh, it supports one-click buying. It's Wi-Fi and voice activated, and of course it works with Siri. You can even add Siri shortcuts to run voice commands like check my inventory, check my shopping list, what items are expiring tomorrow, see what's in the fridge. Now that last one will display an image of your fridge in its current state. So a bit of organization would be required for that one to be super useful. A zoomed shot of your yogurt container isn't going to be all that helpful. They say it's designed to save you around $760 per year on groceries between wasted food and doubled up ingredients. Currently, you can only get your hands on one if you're in the UK or Australia, but fellow Americans, keep your eyes out because it can't be long before they launch a US version. And if not, a competitor will. You can rely on capitalism for that. So let's get to the stuff that we can actually use today. The first two will use OpenAI's GPT-4, but if you're not into spending any money on AI right now, I do have some free prompts that you can use on the basic ChatGPT coming up right after this. Now currently it would be too cumbersome to prompt a GPT to scan your fridge like FridgeCam can. You could do it, but you wouldn't want to, straight up. It's all good though, because there are other ways AI can be super useful in the kitchen. Now the lowest hanging fruit here is easily recipes. Recipe Wizard tells you what to make with the ingredients you already have in your fridge. I found this to be a game changer when planning dinners. You just choose one of the prompts on the GPT home screen and have a quick conversation with the Recipe Wizard. It will guide you through your needs and return tasty recipes. It also has celebrity chef recipes, like this one from Gordon Ramsay that looks like it slaps. And it can tell you what to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you don't feel like prompting and you just want to be surprised, it can do that too with the Surprise Me button. Finally, an easy solution for people who live alone or large families. Recipe Rescaler will cut a recipe down to one portion or scale a recipe for as many servings as you need. AI can also predict how the meal will come out if you have less of an ingredient than the recipe calls for, or incorporate more of the ingredient and adjust the rest accordingly. Quick example. If you want to throw more beef into your stew, you may need a longer sear time or more flavorings. And if you're throwing in more potatoes, maybe you need more broth. Seriously, who knows this stuff just off the cuff? This is a pretty powerful AI tool for those who aren't lightning fast with fractional math and anyone who's making adjustments of any kind to their dishes. So you want to know what to make for dinner, and you need to rescale any recipe you find, but you don't want to pay OpenAI $20 a month for the privilege. I got you. I'll pin some free prompts I made for you down in the comments to achieve the same results as Recipe Wizard and Recipe Rescaler. Only difference is you'll have to copy and paste each one of these into ChatGPT and then fill in the blanks. The free way does take a few more steps, but it's still easier than hunting Pinterest or Google for answers yourself when you're hungry. Did this video help inspire you to start tinkering with AI in your personal life? If so, toss it a sweet little thumbs up to give it a boost. We looked at some awesome AI apps and tools today, so let me know which one was your favorite in the comments below while you're in there snagging those free prompts. Next week, we're flipping the coin and we're gonna bring AI to work. So subscribe to the channel if you're interested in using AI for productivity. As always, have the best week ever, and I'll catch you later.